It's time for a little thing we like to call The World's Gone Mad. Well, here's a nice young lady who is struggling to cope in a world run by Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
I don't give a f***. Just kill him! You have to! I'm not asking!
I'm glad she's not acting. Hate to see her when she's getting really fired up. And here's a well-known second-hand laptop salesman called Hunter, appearing dazed and confused because Donald and Elon have stripped him of his Secret Service agents. Wow. Ooh. Scary. I guess the used laptop market's not what it used to be. Meanwhile, over in London, a young Muslim convert is eager to show off his rapping skills.
I choose Deen over Dunya, follow Quran and live by the Sunnah. I choose Deen over Dunya, got a fear of Allah and they call it taqwa. I choose Deen over Dunya, search for the truth and it'll always find you. I choose Deen over Dunya, got a little lost but it'll always guide you.
Not quite Eminem, a little bit repetitive there, but still, you know. Full marks for trying. And speaking of less than spectacularly talented musicians, Courtney Love has joined the growing exodus of Democrats fleeing to Britain to escape what is likely, in my opinion, to be 12 years of Republican rule in the United States. Courtney who? For those who may have forgotten her, Courtney Love is the ex-girlfriend of ex-grunge superstar Kurt Cobain. Who can forget such classics as this? Can't think why her music career never really took off. And was that her mum in the background or Hillary Clinton? Anyway, blame Donald Trump. That's what they all do these days, including our own hopeless Aussie Labor government. The Democrats are all having a meltdown and not only leaving the country, some are even leaving the Democrat Party, including MSNBC host Symone Sanders.
So, you know, there's actually little that the Senate minority leader can say and the 10 Democrats that voted with the Republicans can say to appease somebody like me. I'm about to change my registration to independent.
Whoa, leaving the party. And it's not just failed pop stars and TV hosts who are fleeing the USA. Trans activists are claiming the country is no longer safe for them.
Hi there, quick question for someone who's a little more educated than me. Where should I go? I'm trans and I live in America. I think that's all I need to say for the question to make sense.
Well, I'd probably avoid most of the Middle East, but anyway, it seems the young man is not alone. Here's another.
I'm leaving the country, and I could use a little help. As you might imagine, being a trans woman, I'm not super excited about the direction this country is headed.
Got that, but it does leave one sticky problem. Escaping the world of Trump can't be cheap. Airfares, accommodation. So how does a young trans person finance their fleeing?
Lip treatment for dry lips with essential ceramides. It is peppermint flavor. I'm gonna put it on right now because I'm getting ready for bed. So, again, I did not buy this on TikTok Shop, but it is available on the TikTok Shop. If you click the link in my video to buy this or any other products in my product showcase, apparently I earn a commission on that. And every penny that I earn gets me closer and closer to my goal of getting the heck out of Dodge.
Escaping America, one lip balm at a time. Meanwhile, modern women are feeling increasingly disillusioned.
Why are women's nipples offensive to be out on show but men's aren't? It's a 40-degree day today and I'm the one that has to wear my shirt. All the boys on the worksite don't have to wear theirs. It's freaking double standards. It's sexist. I'm actually over it. I just want to be topless like the boys, but no, I will distract them.
She's worried she'll distract the boys. Can't think why. Who can fault her logic or her sense of entitlement? Speaking of which, here's another young lady who clearly has no qualms about being entitled to her mum's credit card.
You don't have money to buy a $600 purse. That's mine. My money. How did you learn how to order that anyways?
I watch you do it on your phone every single day, almost.
I don't order stuff every single day. And if I do, that's my business. That's not your money, Amelia.
Yes, Amelia. But who can blame poor Amelia, thinking that you can just magic money up out of thin air when, as Elon Musk has discovered, that's exactly what the Democrat deep state have been doing for years.
I call a magic money computer any computer which can just make money out of thin air. That's magic money.
So how does that work?
It just issues payments.
And you said there's something like 11 of these computers at Treasury that are sending out trillions in payments?
They're mostly at Treasury. Some are, but there's some at HHS, some at, there's one or two at State, there's some at DOD. I think we found now 14 magic money computers.
14, okay.
They just send money out of nothing.
And speaking of magic and Elon Musk, how on earth does an electric car salesman who also managing to save the US's budget single-handedly as well, how does he perform true magic like this?
And we're going to stand by for splashdown located in the Gulf of America off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
And splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth.
Yes, it may be a mad world, but it can be a beautiful and inspirational one too. Meanwhile, Team Trump carry on doing what they do best, cracking the best one-liners heard in the White House in decades.
There is now a member of the European Parliament from France who does not think the U.S. represents the values of the Statue of Liberty anymore. They want the Statue of Liberty back. So is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country.
Kaboom! Beautiful. Even Trump's scary border czar, Tom Honan, has got in on the one-liner act.
You say to those who claim you're using a 200-year-old law to circumvent due process?
An old law? Not as old as the Constitution. We still pay attention to that, don't we?
Come on. But clearly the standout at Stand Up is Trump's brilliant press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. Here she is again.
That would propose perhaps criminal or illegal behavior if staff members were signing the President of the United States autograph without his consent.
Is on the record talking about issuing preemptive pardons to these people.
But was he aware of his signature being used on every single pardon? That's a question you should ask the Biden White House.
Is there any evidence on that he wasn't aware of it?
You're a reporter. You should find out. Okay. Sean.
Excellent stuff. But back to our discombobulated Democrats. Here's one who identifies as turtle gender and uses they, them, and turtle pronouns.
Hello, everybody. It's JD with turtle and pronouns. Pronouns are turtle and they, them. Hello, everybody. It's JD. I use they, them, or turtle for pronouns. Hello, everybody. It's JD, they, them, and turtle for pronouns.
Of course you're a turtle, young lady, so maybe you could pull your head in. Meanwhile, here's how one TDS sufferer, the new Canadian PM, copes with just the mere mention of having to talk to Donald Trump.
I think, let me say a few things. The first is that the President of the United States, the Prime Minister of Canada, but certainly the President of the United States has many responsibilities, and there are many issues. I can think of many geostrategic issues that the president is helping to lead on.
And there's that famous WEF waffle right there. Good luck, Canada. Finally, one can't help but feel a twinge of pity for this sad and elderly couple eking out their final years in a Democrat twilight nursing home as hubby watches on with dismay, unable to do anything to help his crazed wife as she babbles on aimlessly about the failed fantasies of her youth.
And these people will stop at nothing. And yes, the Russians helped them last time. The Russians are helping them now. And you cover the White House, you know that the White House has said, don't brief the Congress. Don't even tell them in classified settings what the Russians are doing this time.
You got to feel sorry for Bill there. Yes, it truly is a world gone mad.